YouTube, what's going on, everybody? New family. I'm calling you guys new for another video. A little bit. I didn't comment on the video yesterday. I have it on noise cancellation, so you guys should be able to hear me. I'm gonna hold it actually. But yeah, another video, another day to be grateful. Something that my stories yesterday or today, sorry, in the morning, I was commenting on, and it's crazy when you're in lust and you're simply chasing the next girl, the next experience. You're not actually able to experience gratitude at all because, well, for me at least, I can speak. Every girl I did sleep with, I would always look to the next one or how I can better that because I always thought it was like a sales thing. You know, they say in sales, you're only as good as your last sale. The same thing when you're in this for long enough and you get proficient, and I'm out, by the way, but I'm speaking when you are in it, you realize that the people you're around, the community you build around, you know, the picking up women, attracting women, whatever it is, gaming girls, we used to call it, you realize that you're always critiqued for the last person you slept with. And sounds crazy, sounds superficial, which it is, but it's something that really begins to affect your psyche. And, you know, like I said, I remember a day where I woke up grateful, even if I had, you know, the experience I was always sort of searching for, maybe like this grand things with multiple girls, whoever it was. I never actually felt grateful that day, you know, whether it was starting the day, at the end of the day, even afterwards. I never had a connection with God, thanking Him for giving me that experience, or give me a person I was with that I had met, you know, a good relationship I built. I remember one girlfriend, my second, my second one, I remember not being grateful at all for, you know, the things we experienced together, you know, being able to have her there with me. And it's really crazy when you reflect back and think how lust creates such ingratitude in a person. And if you right now are watching are in lust, you can not connect this at all because your ego won't let you, but just think back to the last time you actually thanked somebody or felt that feeling of gratitude. Didn't think about it, because thinking and feeling gratitude are very different things. And I made another video about this, but when you're in lust, you're not actually able to be grateful because you're with the one below. You're with the one that's trying to make you see that you're in lack, that you need this experience or this girl or this attention from people online, social media, validation. You're operating in lack. And when you do that, you have no peace. You have no calm within yourself. There's no power within you as well. You think it's power, but you're chasing for something that you're creating in your head, this imaginary like show circus. And for me, at least, looking back, now that I'm with God, aligned and putting, you know, all the effort to be connected and as aligned as possible each day, you realize that you never actually were living life. You think you were living life because, you know, you think you're living life right now because you have all these highs, but, you know, remove that. Remove the things you're chasing or putting outside yourself, these external things, and see how you feel. See how big that gap is, or that void you have inside that you're putting away and putting to the side with more and more women. And it's likely someone that hurt you. That's the reason why you're in this, you know, quest for vengeance, quest for, you know, the lifestyle, or the Wolf of Wall Street lifestyle, or the rockstar lifestyle, or, you know, whatever goal you have, or you're just doing it for the feeling. It's something that you realize fully consumes you. You don't realize it now. You realize it when you're able to get out, because everyone's able to get out. I help people get out of it. That's what I'm dedicating myself to. But the way out is realizing that there's someone above you that's looking over you. When you're in ego, you're in lack. And like I said, you're with the devil, but you don't realize that he's not with you like you think he'll be. You know, your ego convinces you or lies to you, saying that he'll be with you through all the experiences, and, you know, he's going to give you that high that you're looking for. But afterwards, he leaves. It's like it comes in for the destruction, or uses your flesh, and then leaves you, you know, with your soul basically broken, used. And myself remember many experiences having these peaks and these things that I thought, you know, would give me that fulfillment. Like afterwards, I would just fill my cup, and afterwards, I just realized it was for a minute, 2 minutes, and and then afterwards, it was just gone. I remember like starting out, you know, getting multiple women per day, whatever it is that you're looking for. I remember everything, but I don't connect with it. If that makes sense, I could talk about it openly, and you know, understand what people are feeling when they're in this quest, like the highs, like you know, just starting, the whole excitement behind it, the honeymoon phase, you could say, of women, the lust, and then when you're actually proficient, when you get lust behind it, when you have full ego, when you're posting online and thinking you're the man, you're the greatest to ever do it, that you're your own god. I've been at all levels and all stages, so that's why I can connect with somebody on a call. I don't have to see you face to face. I can just have a Zoom call with you and know exactly where you're at and pinpoint, no matter what level you're at, no matter what age, what ethnicity, what income. I've been in all those experiences and scenarios and what everyone looks for. Most men they see in movies. I've been able to experience all of that, and I know exactly where a person is, how to get them out, and it's realizing that number one thing you have to realize is you're not present when you're in this. Like I'm trying to say, there's no gratitude. You're not actually fulfilled at all. You think it's a glimpse of it when you have that experience, but afterwards, you're actually emptier. I remember just nights sitting there after the experiences. The girls would leave because you know it was the big G, and just would sleep on myself because you know who needs girls. And I would just be there and think, I actually feel worse than before. Like you know in my head I had this whole thing of you know I'd feel after, and I'd post it in you know some group or talk to somebody about it, some people, and then you know give me applause and I'd get validation. I'd feel this huge high, but that'll last you maybe 2 minutes. After that, you don't realize what happens after, and you really, like I said, ego departs. The devil has done a job with you. He's used you just for your flesh and you know to glorify himself, um, by making you operate in lack and thinking something external. So he gave you this feeling to something, or made you have this feeling towards something for the longest period of time. Like I said, it could be some goal you have with a girl, you know, whatever it is you're looking to do, multiple women at the same time, whatever stage you're at. Like so everyone has their own stage, but when you get that feeling, you realize that it's all fake, and you literally worked and gave up energy, time, potential for a lie, like something that you know came and went. You know, it came and left faster, and you know it was in your mind for the longest period of time. And what I'm trying to get at here is you'll never actually enjoy that life where you get that thing, you do it, then you know you have that high, and then it goes back down. Then you get that thing, do it, get that high, maybe it's a little bit higher, then a bigger drop. Like you're constantly fluctuating, you know. And men, all men, if you ask them, they all want peace. You know, maybe you don't know it because you're young watching this and you're just getting started. But eventually, with time, you realize you simply want someone that gives you peace. You have this thing that you're escaping with women, with lust, with your vice of chasing women and having sex and having to have sex as much as possible, and you know, showing the world that who you are, or you think you are. But then from there, you realize that you're actually looking for peace when you find somebody or something. Maybe you have some hobby on the side that just makes you stop thinking, that you're actually connected, that you're actually, you could say, aligned with what you're supposed to be doing, because there's alignment and disalignment, and the whole different video, but you're able to be present in that thing, not be in the future or the past, or think about what you need, or think about a girl you need. You're able to actually just turn everything off, be at peace, and you realize that's when you're actually in flow state, and when you're actually giving what you're supposed to give to this world, because everything's attached to, when you're aligned and you're at peace, that is where your gift is attached, what you're supposed to be doing. Your purpose is behind anything that gives you peace, and you know that is when you know that thing should be in your life, whether it's a person, girlfriend, hobby, occupation, all these things, whatever gives you peace, you know, is where you best operate. But like I said, you don't have peace when you're constantly in lack and not able to be grateful, and that is the one thing that I want to give to other people is the ability to feel peace and be grateful, because those are the two things that I found these past few months that have been the most priceless thing that I can ask for. Being able to just be like, I can think recently I was in Morocco. Thankfully, God gave me that trip when I was speaking about it with a friend, and funny enough, a week later it happened, so everything's perfect. And he gave me this sense of peace, like being able to sit there. I had a coach. I called my coach and able to sit there and just experience this peace that I never felt before. No matter what I did, in this whole journey with lust, every experience I had never gave me that peace. Even the threesome I had, the first threesome, which is like the big thing. After I didn't feel peace, I actually had an argument with the girlfriend that I had it with, the ex-girlfriend at the time, or just discussion. So I mean, that was not in the plans in my head, because your ego lies to you through these images it gives you, and things you envision when you have this experience. But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you're never gonna experience what I felt sitting in an airport in Morocco, simply talking to somebody, and you're trying to chase this whole event or this goal with women, and you think that's going to give you or get you out of it. It's going to just get you more and more lost in lack and needing something else. It's like the devil he's giving you a fruit to bite out of, and the more you bite it, the sweeter it tastes, the more you absorb from it, but it just removes your soul. So you think, like, if I get a bite of this apple, then I'll be good, and I'll be satisfied, and but it's like you bite it, you get this like sweet taste, and it's like this drug that you found, and then as you bite more into it, it like removes your soul, or your ability to align yourself with your soul, your spirit. And that just keeps happening over and over. It gets sweeter and sweeter, and you lose more and more of yourself until you're essentially a dead man walking. And if you connect on Instagram, you'll be able to see in my page that you'll be able to see that there's no light in my eyes, and some of the pictures I posted looking back, like just completely just walking zombie. And that is when I realized things had to change, and I was able to actually find the light back in my eyes, because the eyes are the lamp of the soul. So if there's nothing there, and you're consumed with vice like I was in lust, then you're never going to find your actual spirit, and it's not there. It's dimmed and almost off, but it's just your ego. It's all there, and you're always in your head thinking and never in peace. But I want to make a quick video about that, because that's a reflection I had on the ability to feel peace, and grateful and present. Those are not possible when you're simply chasing and in a vice and thinking that it's behind women. So like I said, my whole purpose on mission is to get others out of it. I've been there. I've been in all stages of it. I've been where it gets really bad. I've been where it's looking really good. And like I said, I can help others get out of that. That I feel is my calling, because I was there only 2 years ago, coming out of a club at 7 a.m. and just feeling this huge bout of regret. My conscience finally came to the surface, and I was able to start making good decisions. And I realized this is not it, and I had everything that I wanted at that time. I was, hoping for, and I still felt worse and worse. And I said, this is not it. And I just did a 180, found the one that actually gets you out of lust, God. And from there, you start to become a different person, like literally an entirely different person. Like you get your spirit back, you get your peace back, you get your joy back, you get your fulfillment back, and you're like a little kid again. You're able to actually smile. Think about how many times you smile when you're out, when you're trying to be this tough guy, when you're trying to talk to women. You don't smile. You think it's like weak. Like that's all ego. That's all fake. But like I said, you're either with ego or with spirit, and when you're in lust, you're completely an ego, and your spirit's trying to knock on the door in the back with your conscience, but you don't listen and think you know everything, and you just think you're here to fulfill this desires, selfish desires of putting your penis in whatever you can, literally. So that's what I want to get others out of. Feel the peace that I was able to feel. I have been feeling. Feel alignment. Feel purpose. Feel a drive to keep getting better. Feel that you're connected to someone that is guiding you, and It's already giving you everything you need, and it's simply just blessing you more and more each day. Simply the fact of waking up. Like if you can't wake up and be grateful and feel that, I mean, there's something really wrong, and that's the way you're operating. So I help, like I said. You can see my Instagram stories. You can tag with me in there. I'll put it below. You can see every day I post my habits, how I live the 0.01% lifestyle, because no one, apart from two other people I've met, my 2 coaches, is able to be consistent and do this as often as I have for the past year and help others get there as well. So I want to give you the light in the darkness you're in right now, give you guys faith and not more fear and think you need more and adding more. It's about removing and connecting with yourself again. But the whole goal is finding peace and staying there and being present and actually appreciating your life and enjoying your life. So yeah, that is the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below if you've ever been able to feel or understand what I'm speaking about with gratitude, because they said you can't think about it, something you feel just comes up. You could be washing a dish or who knows, on your phone, it's a feeling that just comes up. It's crazy. But I've never felt that when I was, with the devil and an ego. So comment below if you've ever been able to feel that at any point, how it feels. And, not very few, but those that are not consumed in lust and vices will understand. But anyways, much love. Gonna go enjoy the rest of this day. It's October and it's like 26 degrees. I said this yesterday, but it happened again today, and crazy. So hope you guys enjoyed. Much love. Until next time, as always,